Hi guys, this is Kanika Kapoor.
And I'm Sunny Leone.
And you're watching us on Bollywood Hungama.
What are your forthcoming films? Mastizaade releasing, I think, on January 29th now.
Yeah.
It was supposed to release today, in fact.
Yeah, it was. But, you know, everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
And we are going to be coming out in January now, which I'm very excited for because we finally have a date.
Right.
And then after that, I'm not sure when the other movies will release, but I just have... I just launched my own Teen Patti game yesterday, so I'm very excited about that. And then I launch a perfume soon in the next few months.
And you like to play a Teen Patti game with Shah Rukh Khan and Aamir Khan?
I like to play with everybody. So many people ask, who would you like to play with? And I'm like, okay, so Alia, Sonam, Shah Rukh, Salman Khan, everybody that I could think of. I think it would be so much fun.
You, I think, tweeted to Aamir Khan about his entire look and everything. I think so many people tweeted him about his look, and you were the only lucky one who got the reply from him.
I was shocked. I remember I was sitting in my car and Daniel goes, hey, did you see your Twitter? You know, Aamir wrote you back. I was like, what? Shut up! No way, no, he didn't. And I couldn't scroll fast enough to find it. But I was super excited that day because, you know, first and foremost, I'm a fan, and I love Bollywood movies, and I'm a fan of so many of these actors and actresses. But to get a reply, I think I felt like every fan that's like watching this interview, or a fan that's in love with Salman Khan, or so many of these people, and to get a response was unbelievable.
What are the other films that you're having as of now?
Well, there's
One Night Stand.
One Night Stand and Beiimaan Love. So those two movies for sure will be coming out next year.
And what about Tina and Lolo?
I have no idea what's going on. Karishma's always working now, so we're all struggling to find dates and figure out what's going to happen with that movie. But those other two definitely will be out.
And you've signed apparently four new films.
Yeah, I have a full plate next year, which I'm very excited about. You know, and they're all very different types of movie. There's a couple of them that I'm very, very excited for, and that I'm very passionate about. So we'll see.
Okay, and any filmmakers that you'd like to? Who are the filmmakers? And
you know, as far as films and filmmakers and directors and people that I want to work with, I pretty much will say the same thing always. I want to work with people that want to work with me.
I'm talking about the filmmakers, the film that you've signed so far.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Oh, I can't tell you too much information because then you're going to dig and then you're going to figure it out, and it won't be good for me. Producers will be calling me, what are you doing, Sunny? You're not supposed to release any information.
Now, Mastizaade has had a bit of a rough weather in terms of the entire censorship thing and all these things. I've heard some really nice things about the movie, that it's like really quirky, it's really funny. Apart from the content part of it, which people have all these moral policing which is going on. Does it bother you with the sort of censorship that we're having right now? The James Bond can't kiss anymore, and I'm sure 20 years back we could have seen it, but too many things are happening as far as the entire censorship that it has to be cut by 20 seconds. Mr. Faridoon hasn't seen the film, and even then he has ordered
I watched that.
Does it upset you? Because, you know, one more thing I'd like to tell you, I was just here at the Times Literary Festival in the morning today, and there's this lady called Radhika Vaz, who's a writer, and she just does comic stuff. So she spoke about you, that Sunny Leone cannot just sell condoms, but there are half-naked men who are just all over the place and on magazines covers. So there is a bit of hypocrisy over there. Does it bother you somewhere?
Naturally, I'm a human being. Stuff does bother me. As far as the censorship board goes, there's censorship in every single country. The degree of censorship is, you know, what's at question. And I think it makes it more difficult for any filmmaker, any artist, anybody who wants to be creative. Naturally, it's going to be difficult because we live in a democracy where you think that freedom of speech is something that, you know, we have, but sometimes you get censored. There's a censorship for a reason, and if there was no censorship, it'd be like the Wild Wild West. Some of the reasons that were given, I mean, it does.
The guy hasn't seen the film.
It's just 20 seconds off cut, DJ. Yeah, it's just a little confusing. I think if the rules maybe were pretty clear cut,
right,
it wouldn't be so confusing for us. And I don't think anybody would have any issues with following the rules and regulations of what the government has decided. And the government is elected by the people of India. So obviously the people of India are okay with this government because they've elected them themselves. So again, I'm nobody to be commenting on political issues because...
no, I'm not talking about the political part because the censor board, it shouldn't be like a... I think the mouthpiece of the government per se. It is something which is, if you're talking about the freedom of speech, it's something that that people should be able to. Anyway, I can understand your concern.